This is my first skim through the dip, and yeah, let's talk about it. First of all, I found the dip a bit too late. Late to say because it's never too late to know something, you know. But I did relatively go through a lot of the things he actually explained in the book, which when you give your first read at it, your first skim through it, you just feel like a sense of like, this really happens, you know. This came from him starting to talk about quitting, you know. A lot of people don't like to quit or believe that people who do well in life don't quit, but I figured out that that was that was a wrong way of seeing things, you know. Winners quit all the time. That's the thing. They just quit the right things, you know. That's what the dip taught me. It taught me that quitting isn't bad. You just have to know how to quit and when to quit the right way. So, in case one of you guys have read the book, just let me know if I'm getting some of this wrong. But one thing that I also noticed is that you can always be able to know you're in that situation and call yourself out for it, you know. So your power and your energy and your good vibes won't go away, because why? You'll call yourself out. You'll know that you're in the dip. So if you find yourself in a situation where it doesn't go well, it isn't going as you planned, just think of it. What if I am in the dip, you know? What if I am in the dip? What if I do this in a different way? Will I have different responses? Will I have different engagement? Will I have different this and that? Who knows, you know? So call yourself out. Knowing this actually gives you a step ahead of many people who start something and then give up along the way. This thing is crucial when you're trying to identify where you're at the moment, because there are three ways that you can actually be in the dip. I won't use the specific names because I can't remember them off my head, but there's this one like this where it has a small bump up, then it goes all the way up, you know, and you're like right here in the middle. There's this right here where your time and effort is like almost proportionate, you know, where the amount of time you put in and effort is like stale and doesn't go up nor down. It just like maintains, you know. But there's the third one, that's a cul-de-sac, and then it free falls off to like a dip, a plunge, you know. And I think it's called that too. I'm just like shooting it out. I really feel like that's what's it called. Correct me if I'm wrong. But there, these three circumstances are the three telltale signs that maybe you're in the right way, maybe you should keep pushing, or maybe you should quit. One of the things that you should look for is this dip right here, where giving you an example is like being a content creator, you know, and you do something and it flops. This might be actually taking the time to search the topics, to actually do the research and all that thing. Then you post something and it does decently well, like it does like 1000 views or something like that, which if you're getting like 20 views or 2 views, it's like a bummer, you know. So getting 1000 is like a kicker. And once you see that it's possible even for you, that's when you get to this. But after you get that one, almost always it's like going down to the 22, 40, 50 view mark, you know. And then and there you'll consider yourself being in the dip. Why are you in the dip in this situation? Because here you actually prove that it's possible for you to have success in this, you know. If you're doing it from your heart and if you actually like what you're doing, just go on and try, you know, try to do it with the heart and the effort that you will put on from day one to the last day, you know. It might dimmer sometimes, but if it does dimmer, just push it twice the next day, you know. After you know consciously that you're in the dip, you'll be able to put out content in a formally and consistent way, knowing that, man, this is temporary. Success is bound to follow me, you know. All of a sudden you get another video with like 10,000 views, and the dip almost always prepares you for these types of things, because it lets you grind that much time, you know, so you prepare yourself mentally and physically to actually feel the success coming in, you know, with every batch, you feel yourself a bit tougher and learned a bit more, because learning is the secret right here, you know. You learn a bit more just so the next time the odds of you getting viral or the odds of you doing better scale up, you know. And I just used example with going viral or as a content creator, but believe me, this works in any department you can think of, you know, be it selling cars, being selling physical products, being it in tutoring, in every single way, you know. It will happen the same way. The dip will be there if you look at it the right way. Then there's the cul-de-sac, where the time and effort, even if you feel like you maintain it and it's consistent, you having like views, 100 views, 100 views, and you put more and more time and effort into that. What I read from the book and what I learned is that you should be thinking about quitting, you know. You should be focusing on tasks that are scaling up. You should be focusing on the dip. If you feel that it's a cul-de-sac, you will feel it, because the time and the effort that you put into it will show itself. And if you're able to call yourself out for it, just quit while you haven't gotten into the third one. That's the fall, the plunge, you know. When you get to the plunge, it's almost too late, because if you're not making debts, if you're not out of revenue, if you're not into all these crazy things, it's very probable that the business won't scale up. You can make it go up again, like FusiTube. He's crazy with that. He goes down then up, then down then up again, but he's crazy for that. And I see him. Don't know if I respect him that much. I might have to talk to him, but I see him. He goes down, then he goes up, then that's a plunge. He literally goes through plunges, and then he literally goes up. So does he transform a plunge into a dip? Think about that. Like, try to answer me that in the comments. And actually noting these three things made me more conscious, made me more insightful, and made me able to actually be in the grind more constantly, you know, because I know this is all temporary. I know that if we put ourselves into the position, I really feel like we can achieve anything we want if we know how to call ourselves out and know that we're on the dip.